Welcome to Tristar Software. Today I'm going to show you how to close out the month in AR. We have a detailed article on our support website which goes through each step and explains what each one does. I highly recommend the first few times that you run through the month-end close procedure that you have this article open. Now, to start, we're going to go to month-end purge open items. This makes sure that any invoices that have already been paid are cleared from both your dashboard and statements when you run statements. We're going to select the purge date, which typically is the end of the month. So let's set it to 1/31, and we're going to click OK. Now we have nothing to purge here, so we can move on to the next step. Although if you did have something to purge, that option may take a second to load. We can now go to calculate finance charges, where you enter in the invoices that you want to apply a finance charge to. Typically, this is anything over a month. So if we were doing this on the 1st, we would put the 1st of the previous month there. You also want to enter the interest rate for your finance charge or a minimum amount. If you don't do finance charges, then you can skip to the next step. But in order to actually add the finance charges, first we want to click Calculate. We can then click Details, which will show us who the finance charges were assigned to and how much it was for. If you want to keep this, you can click Dump to Excel, and you will have an Excel file that lists all the finance charges as well as the amount and who they're for. For now, I'm just going to hit Done. And then you need to click Load in order to actually apply those finance charges to the account. Now that we've added finance charges, we need to load retainers. Again, this is only if you have retainers in your company. To start, I'm going to change the date to the 1st, like we would if I was doing month end on the 1st. And then I'm going to click Calculate Details, which will again tell me who has retainers charged to them and for how much. Again, you can dump this to an Excel sheet if you wish to save it. But for now, I'm going to hit Done and then click Load. Now that we've loaded retainers, we're going to go and print our journals. We have two journals. One is a sales journal and one is a cash journal. We're going to click Print Sales Journal, which will show us all of the sales that were done in this month. Once the sales journal has opened, you can see all of the things that you've invoiced throughout the month. Or since we haven't run close month procedure in quite a while, we can see that some of these date back quite a bit. This is basically everything that has been billed since you last ran the closed month procedure. We also are next going to do the cash journal, which I have already ran while I was waiting for it to load. And the cash journal is all of the payments that you have received. You can print these at a later date by going to Reports, Journals, and reprint Close Sales Journal and Close Cash Journal. The next thing we want to do is the Print Monthly Activity. And generally you want to leave this to the current checkbox so you get the current month that you're closing out. And you can see what the money was charged or used for under various accounts. So these are your income accounts, and this is the money that has been detailed there. You can also go to month-end print sales tax, and again, we want to leave it to current in most cases, and it'll show you all of the sales tax based off the billing regions that you have listed. The next thing that you generally want to do is print PDF statements. Now these don't need to be run during month end. They can be run at any time. However, it is very common to print them at the end of the month when closing out the month so that all of your invoices appear on the statement. This, the date range, the statement date should all be set to the previous month. Although you do want to double check that it has the correct date. As you can see, I am filming this in February and the date range is for January. We have a video on PDF statements if you want to see this in more detail. For now, I'm going to hit cancel since I don't want to print or email anybody their statements. The next thing you want to do is print your commissions if you use commissions. In this case, I'm going to go to month end print WinServe commissions and month end print WinCopy commissions. Now I don't believe, it looks like we might have some WinCopy commissions, although I know that we don't for WinServe since this is an unused database. Let's go ahead and test. And it looks like we did have some in WinCopy. This will give you a list of all of your commissions for each of your servers. Finally, what we want to do is we want to go to month end, close out month. Now, if you have skipped a step on accident or on purpose, this window will tell you if you have missed any very important steps when going to close out the month. It will actually not let you pass this step in most cases until you've gone back and done those steps. As we've done everything, we can click continue, and it will change, in this case, the month from October to November. It will also give you a summary of everything that you did in that month, and you can view it in detail by the account, which we also saw in the earlier report. And we can see past month-end closes. In order to get the new accounting date, you must relaunch AR. On the system that you have done the close month, you will see that it'll prompt you to enter the new date. Let's go ahead and restart AR. And with AR restarted, we can see that the new date will be for November. Once you finish closing out the month, you should restart your programs in both WinServe, WinCopy, CaseGator, and Accounts Receivable to get the new month end. If you try and invoice something, it will tell you that you are not allowed to if you have not restarted your program, as your month end date will not be updated and the date you're invoicing will not be in the current month.